hurts my feelings when he acts like that. Okay, but it hurts all of us when you see an administration failing their country that they were elected to represent.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? All gas, no break podcast. Super Saiyan Santi here, man. We back with another political jammy. This is right now it's hot right now. This election year is about to be crazy. So I'm gonna give my take on it, man. Who would I be not to give my take on it as we all prepare to vote for our next president of these United States, these wonderful United States of America. So right here, I was at home and somebody put this on to me. Trump supporter Michaelah Montgomery speaks at Trump Vance rally in Atlanta, Georgia. From what I'm understanding, a little bit of research I did on Michaelah, she met Trump at a Chick-fil-A. She met him at a Chick-fil-A. She is the founder of the Conserve the Culture organization. And they hugged one another, and that hug went viral for Trump and her. And she said that he saved her college, to the point he even joked that he may not go home to the first lady. He got a little hug of that brown sugar. And he said he wasn't going to go home. But Michaelah gave him one of them sister hugs, with them some warm hugs. So let's see what Michaelah talking about here. And in this video, from what I got here, what's going on in this video, what Michaelah is saying, she's accusing Kamala Harris of harming black communities, and she's defending Trump here. So let's see what's popping here. Let's see what's going on, guys. Super Saiyan Santi, all gas, no break, 095 24/7.
School bus driver.
Woo! I'm so happy you all came out to see me. So
That's right, let them know.
my name is Michaelah Montgomery. A lot of you guys know me as the girl from Chick-fil-A, but I am so much more than that.
As I said, that's what I knew her from too. Yeah. Tell us, Michaelah, what else do we should know about you?
Not only do I serve as the CEO of Conserve the Culture, I am also the state director for Blexit down here in Georgia. I'm a Fulton County coordinator for America First Works, and I'm also launching a podcast on the Patriots Prayer Network, so put some respect on my name.
Put some spec on it.
Now, why don't we jump right into it? See, as a young single mother, I can tell y'all that rent is too damn high. I can tell you that as a young black voter, groceries are too damn high.
Yes, they are.
And as an American citizen, period, seniors like my parents should never have to choose between medicine or food. It should never be the quality of life versus the quantity of life. And I don't want to hear, oh, but we capped the price of insulin and lowered the price of all these medicines. Yeah, but you raised the price of everything else, so it's about time to start telling the truth to Americans and let them know exactly what they're signing up for if they want to vote for Kamala Harris. We need to vote based on facts and not feelings. See, under Harris and Biden, the average Georgia household is losing $1,060 per month, and inflation is at 21.4%. And due to the war on energy, average gas prices have reached record highs for the state. We also did a poll, and 80% of us black Americans are not happy with the current state of the economy, so I'm going to need 80% of y'all to vote accordingly in November. They love me. They love me. They really love me.
You're fired signs all back there. And all them brown folks came popped up. There's a lot of brown folks at this Trump rally. Make sure to check out my reaction to LFR Family's Black Liberal attempt at Trump rally. Marco, I know this was a few years ago. Are you at this rally, baby? Doesn't it like they safe, they comfortable there.
The left wants you to get in your feelings about things that have been said, but I want you guys to pay attention to what has been done. They don't want to talk policy. They just want to use propaganda to steal your vote. The left is trying to tout this woman as a savior for the black community, but all she's done is hurt the black community since she came into the game. See, the first step in destroying the black community is to dismantle the black family. So aside from her record as a prosecutor, why don't we ask Mrs. Willie Brown if Kamala Harris cares about black families?
You know, this political, these campaigns that's about to be that's coming out right now, man, it's going to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of pointing fingers, but they're going to, the people of color, brown folks, black people in particular, are going to keep bringing this up about Kamala Harris, the prosecutor. This is going to be brought up quite often. I want. How is that going to be addressed? How has it been addressed so far? Because that ain't gonna stop. They're gonna keep on attacking that one. Everybody gonna keep on attacking that one.
See, the first step in destroying the black community is to dismantle the black family. So aside from her record as a prosecutor, why don't we ask Mrs. Willie Brown if Kamala Harris cares about black families? I wonder if Mrs. Willie Brown, a black woman, is also with her. A few days ago, President Trump said he didn't know Vice President Harris was a black woman. I'm trying to figure out what all the outrage is about because she's only black when it's time to get elected.
Why is it that this has to be proven her blackness? I'm not saying I agree or disagree. However, you cannot turn on the TV or listen to anything about this campaign without first being brought to our attention that she is not black. When are we going to start talking about policies? Let's talk about how we're going to get rid of this inflation. Let's lower it. Let's talk about jobs, the economy. She has to prove her black first. And I know that's for votes. I know it's for votes. I know it's to get people to look like me to want to vote for her. But people that look like me, guys, everybody out there, please let's just go beyond this color thing. Let's really get help from who we put in this office. And remember, at the local level, the state level, really pay attention to it. Start going in on this politics at your state level, please. Make some differences, make some changes. But this is right now what's going on. This is the big deal. This is the big show right here, the president. Really make this decision off of what's going to get this country great.
Did I lie? This black when it's time to get elected. Did I lie? The same black people who are mad at Trump for being confused about her race, ethnicity, nationality, whatever, are seemingly forgetting that while you're touting her as a savior for black people, she identifies as an Asian woman. She chose her side and it wasn't ours. When asked if she would ever do anything specifically for black people, she said no. Whereas Trump gave us the Platinum Plan, which specifically uplifted the black community by increasing capital by almost $500 billion, creating 500,000 new black businesses, and would give black churches the ability to fight for federal resources for their communities. And why are we acting like strong borders aren't a thing literally everywhere else in the world? Since when has being patriotic been a crime? See, a few weeks ago at the debate, Trump mentioned black jobs. And a lot of people got in an uproar as if they didn't know what he meant. Well, we go to the polls and cast our black vote. We go to the stores and spend our black dollar. We live in our black community, but for whatever reason, we draw the line at a black job. Oh, but wait, because if you're wondering what a black job is, please, I encourage you all to drive through Atlanta at all these beautiful black-owned businesses and check and see who works there. Probably a black person working for a black entrepreneur, recycling the black dollar, creating black generational wealth. Black when it's time to get elected. What a black job is, please, I encourage you.
I mean, you're talking about Atlanta. Atlanta is a different beast. It's a different beast. It's a lot of powerful black folk there doing their thing. So to others that have never been to Atlanta or other cities similar to Atlanta, because Atlanta's not the only city like that. I'm in the DMV. We got our PG County, where we circulate the black dollar. This young lady here, she's tough. She's a toughie. Not an unattractive woman as well. She's doing her thing. Very, very pretty lady. Standing tall, very self-assured. Strong black woman. Ooh, this is a tough one right here. This lady right here ain't no joke. I see why I was sent this. I hear this is popping right now. She popping right now. I can understand why. She is not holding her tongue. She has her strong feelings. And what she said about her parents having to choose between food and medication. Tough, man. It's scary to age. It's scary to get old right now. You get scared. It's like, okay, that's what I got to look forward to after all that hard work. That's why I'm all into my entrepreneurship. Like she's saying, entrepreneurship. I'm all into it because you can't depend on, you don't want to depend on the government to help you. You want to depend on a job to help you. It's not enough money to survive. You're going to be hungry. You're going to eat. You're not going to eat well. You're going to eat a lot of processed food. And I'm not trying to eat that. I'm trying to keep it organic.
You all to drive through Atlanta at all these beautiful black-owned businesses and check and see who works there. Probably a black person working for a black entrepreneur, recycling the black dollar, creating black generational wealth. If they come here illegally and they're taking your jobs and your resources, then please believe my cousins in the Appalachians, they coming for you too. And y'all know Kamala Harris has yet to say Laken Riley's name. As borders are, she opened the border to millions of illegal immigrants that have flooded American streets with deadly drugs and gangs that have spiked overdoses by over 124% and brought more crime into minority communities. So how's that for black folks? But let's take race out of it. Just as a woman, period. How can you be a champion for women's rights when you're taking away opportunities from biological women and giving them to transgendered ones? I'll wait, y'all, because I wasn't done. See, how can you promote equity for women and you're allowing men to play in women's sports? And what kind of feminist would still allow men to enter their sacred spaces, i.e. our bathrooms and school locker rooms?
Shots fired. Shots fired. I mean, that's different, guys. That's different. That's strange. It is a little strange. That's a tough one. You know, I have children. And I know people going to say, man, you know, if you're not a parent and you don't have kids and you don't got your own kids, let me tell you, man, your spidey senses is always up when you got kids, man. And I'm not saying that anything gonna happen, anything can happen, but God forbid, you know? Man, shots fired. This young lady is eloquent, confident, all those things. Bad Mama Jamma right here.
Sports. And what kind of feminist would still allow men to enter their sacred spaces, i.e. our bathrooms and school locker rooms? Do I even need to mention the opening ceremony at the Olympics? Or the fact that Angela Carini was forced to fight a man and told us that she's never been punched so hard in her life. We cannot allow dangerous liberals who think things like this are okay into the White House, because my daughter will not be fighting a man at her wrestling match. What I think both men and women can agree on is that national security is important. So who would y'all rather see lead us into war if it were so to happen? My silk-pressed sister Kamala or the big dog Donald Trump?
Did she call us silk-pressed? This is this back and forth this got going on. If you are not entertained, I mean, come on. This is the presidency right now. What we talking about right now? This is not what I grew up with. This is not the type of debates that I grew up watching as a young man. This is on some whole other level. And to talk about the illegal immigrants, man, that illegal immigration is, oh man, that's a tough one, man, because it does hurt. It's tough on the community. And here in the DMV, I see them, I know they're trying to make a way for themselves. They're trying to change their lives, and they're trying to get, they want the same things that everyone else wants, the blessings, the securities, and all that good stuff. But it is tough to see those that have been here for a long time paying their way, because no one's without sin. No one's without sin. And I don't judge nobody. But then to be struggling and watch someone else get the dollars that you were asking for, and they said they didn't have it. It wasn't, like go to somebody, I don't got it. But then all of a sudden you see somebody else got it. That's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough one right now. That's going to be that's one of the hot numbers. The immigration, she's going to have to stand up and talk about what's up, how this is going to get handled. How did we get here? That has to be covered. She got to know that. And then the transgender, the alphabet community stuff, that's going to have to be addressed, because right now we're going back to family, and we want to protect the babies. We want to protect ourselves while also letting you be yourself. How do we come to this agreement? How do we come to that understanding? This is going to be a tough one.
And lastly, I cannot get up here without mentioning my farmers, the backbone of this country. And aside from the Biden-Harris administration hurting you guys in ways we can't even comprehend by the rising cost of everything, black farmers suffered even more due to the delays associated with the Inflation Reduction Act signed in 2022. Now, don't let the Biden-Harris administration fool you, because they waited until the 9th hour to sign off on disbursements as a last-minute attempt to garner support. But why would they hurt the agricultural industry? Probably because they're looking forward to making more money in the pharmaceutical one. And speaking...
She stumbled a bit much in that topic about the farm. She stumbled a bit much. Everything else she was doing very well with. She was on point. She was very confident with. That one, she stumbled a little bit for me. Makes me wonder, do you know that topic that well? You know what I mean? But so far, so good. She's revving the crowd up. I know this is very popular right now. Someone brought it to my attention, because they know I'm watching all of this right now. I'm watching it all because I'm going to make my opinion later. But I'm not going to be easily swayed. That is not occurring. That is not happening. It wasn't happening for years, but right now it really. What y'all talking about? How am I going to get better? How my family going to get better? How I make sure that my children's children are going to be okay? How about I make sure? And I ain't worried about my children's children. I'm worried about my children directly. How are we going to confirm that they good generational wealth? You know what I'm saying? That is what we focused on right here in this household.
Of pharmaceuticals, because I promise I'm gonna wrap this up. When they bring up abortion and they talk about protecting your medical freedoms, don't be afraid to mention COVID. The Biden-Harris administration forced Americans to take an experimental vaccine and took away their jobs, their livelihoods, and their freedoms if they refused. Trump gave us a choice and Biden gave us a mandate.
She bad. She's scary.
Hey, y'all, because I'm about to kill him with this one.
Hey, okay.
So
hey,
next
y'all.
time, the left wants to tell you that, hey, abortion is a right and you need to protect your medical freedoms. Remember that they took those freedoms away from men and women the second they got in office, and there's nothing stopping them from doing it again. Clock it. So lastly, again, I'm going to encourage you all to vote based on the facts and not feelings. Oh, he made me feel so bad when he said that. Okay, but they hurt your families when they sent all your tax dollars overseas. Oh, it hurts my feelings when he acts like that. Okay, but it hurts all of us when you see an administration failing their country that they were elected to represent. In which case, I'm going to leave y'all with, hey, mama, daddy, I made it.
Hey.
And my baby girl, Amaya, is somewhere in here, so we can all say, hey, Amaya, in unison, because she's the real superstar, y'all. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all get riled up and ready for Big T himself. Thank you guys for having me. I look forward to seeing you all.
She going to take her 15 minutes. That's why you get your 15 minutes, Michaelah Montgomery out of ATL. It would have cracked me up if they would have played some Meg Thee Stallion. Cracked me up. Whoa. That was crazy. That what we got going on right now. Michaelah she was very strong. She was strong. She was flowing very well until she got to a certain point for me with the farmers. I understand she was giving key points and she was going to get to her climax and then hit him in the gut. She still got to hit them in the gut though. She still got a good hit. She got a good punch in. It wasn't a Muhammad Ali uppercut or Mike Tyson jammy. It was a good jab to the rib. But she had some points. Yeah. I'm proud for her. I'm proud for her to be at that stage. I'm proud for a single mom, black single mother to get there from just a Chick-fil-A hug. That's powerful. It's impactful. Right now in this current climate, man, anybody could make it. Anybody could be anything they want to be right now. Don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing. Don't let nobody tell you something that you can't be anything. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Because Michaelah Montgomery sat right there from Chick-fil-A, from a chicken restaurant. Fried chicken. She at the Trump rally, son. Super Saiyan sign to y'all, gas, no break, 09-5-247, 365 days of the year. That's what it's all about, man. I'm going to leave it at this, man. I made a lot of money, though, when that man was in office. I'm not going to lie to nobody about that. So that's another thing, another reason why I started paying attention. I'm like, I'm making a decision this year. Ain't no one going to sway me easily. But when you let me take care of my family, everybody eating good, everybody eating that organic, And not that Whole Foods. No, we go to the farms. We deal with the farmers straight up. I've dealt with the farmers, buy meat from the farm, fresh. You know what I'm saying? I make sure these babies is good, make sure the family's good. You know what I'm saying? And be able to afford that. That's why I'm watching. I'm peeping. Peace. Hope y'all paying attention.
Well, all right.
Say sweet talk. What do you know about that all gas, no brakes?
Man, I heard about that all gas, no brakes. I don't think they gonna let me on. I ain't got a damn thing to talk about.
Fool, they talk about everything. This is all gas, no brakes. Don't step on the brakes. Don't step on the brakes.